Welcome to Deep Thought. We need spirit in this culture. You know what? When I look at a lot of stuff that's happening out here, we need spirit. We need a culture, a society that really thinks in terms more than just basic self gratification. And when I mean that, it goes beyond sex or just getting material things. But we live in a society, it's too dog eat dog. It's rude. It's like people don't really help each other, or people being selfish, or people mean spirited, right? We need people where, we need, like, if I'm driving along and somebody lets me, like, cut over or something, we need more of that. I mean, that definitely happens, but we need more of that. Because, and we have that, or we need somebody who can, like, say a kind word to somebody without any agenda. Or just say, hey, have a nice morning. Or people who just want to just focus on doing good. Or just coming out every morning and saying, not how I can get mine, but how can I make this world a better place? And I don't mean, that's not in terms of like Orthodox religion. Let me get that clear, because there's a lot of people in every spiritual system who, they can give you every tenet of the system, whether it's Bible verses, sutras from Islam, Ten Commandments, or the Ifa Odu, whatever. Or whatever, like, tenets from like the seventh galaxy if they're in a UFO cult or something like that, right? Well, we got plenty of people who can do that, but then the same people, they can't even treat their fellow neighbor nicely. They just do some mean ass shit. It was like, damn, man, why did you even do that? No, we need people who are making an effort every day to be their best self, to really bring spirit into it, to bring higher principles into their life, into their waking consciousness, and not just when they're trying to impress somebody. We need people who are just going to be kind. We need people who want to have compassion. We need more of that. People want to reach out, or people who want to say, you know what, I got a way to deal with. I got a way to make this place a better place, the world a better place, or, helping out somebody just because, right? I remember years ago, right? I did something nice for this young lady, right? She needed a ride someplace, and I just gave it to her, right? And this other woman said, hey, you trying to get with her? I was like, no, I mean, I ain't have anything else to do, and she needed a ride, just because, And I'm not mad that she thought I was trying to get something else, because, that's how I was rolling with the ladies then. But sometimes I just did, even then, I just did stuff just because. It was just like, no, she needed a ride. Sometimes, everybody don't have to be it. Sometimes it's okay to give. One of my mentors says about love. And I've had a lot of mentors on love, but one of the things he said was true love is given without seeking anything in return. It's like that love a mother had for her children. She just gives. If she's a normal mother, or, that also love is like a man just willing to sacrifice himself and his comfort to make sure his children have something. But all of that is spiritual. Understand that. All of that is spiritual. And we need more of it. I mean, I'm going to just say, I'm going to say this. Like our political situation, what we have now, the issue I have with it is not that Trump is in office. Because the office, regardless of what people say of him, at the latest he'll be out is 2024, because they're not repealing the 22nd Amendment for anybody. But, it is what it is. Somebody going to get in office, and somebody ain't going to like it. You know, there were people who didn't like Obama. There were people who didn't like Bush, Clinton, Bush, Reagan, Carter, Ford, Nixon, Johnson, Kennedy, Eisenhower, Truman, Roosevelt, and the list go on, right? But the issue I have nowadays is just a lot of mean-spiritedness. That's the only issue. It's a spiritual thing. The political policy, somebody, there's winners and losers, but it's just a mean-spirited, like, oh, I'm just gonna go after this person, and it's extended to a lot. That's not spiritual. And what's happening now, and I'll just say this, I don't care if I offend somebody, that you have a lot of people who otherwise try to say, well, we're evangelical Christians and stuff, and they participating in it. We don't need that. We don't need that, because when people going after each other, what's spiritual about that? Now, you can disagree with somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's healthy if it's done in a healthy way. But just the mean spirit is like back and forth. People threatening each other. Even like, I'm using this Trump thing for an example again. Though I don't agree with his policies or that of his administration, you got people saying, hey, if there's an official working for the administration harassed them in a restaurant or something, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. What kind of spirituality is that? If I'm in a restaurant, I see somebody ragging, oh, they work for Trump. Okay, I'm gonna sit there, keep eating my burger or my meal or whatever I'm doing at the time. It's like you got like all sides in this. There's nothing spiritual about that. It's like if you look at the golden rule of Christianity, right, which is very spiritual. Treat people as you would have them treat you. If people just follow that, we have a different thing. The more civility, people reaching out, people having more compassion. That's one of the things that's happened. Is almost like not compassion for, people who need it. Like in this society overall, and this go beyond politics, there's not a lot of compassion for the poor. There is not a lot of compassion for the poor, almost like a war on the poor. And I've seen this for years. It's like, remember a woman was talking about some poor people getting a candy bar. Well, they don't deserve a candy bar. I was like, God damn, they already suffering. They ain't going out buying a Mercedes. You won't like afford them like a little candy bar? Like they supposed to suffer? That's some evil stuff. Or like, I'm going to tell you what's really not spiritual. When you have people at the top so greedy for money and control and stuff, where they'll price somebody out of a home just so they can rent it out to someone else, like at a higher price, like what's happening with gentrification. Or, is something wrong spiritually, you move jobs out of an area or something where people can't work or support themselves, just to make a buck. Or even automation. There's nothing spiritual about that. You taking people's jobs away just so some shareholders and some upper executives and some owners just can make a little bit extra money. That's not that's crazy. That's crazy. And you got homeless in this society and stuff. We complain about them and say it, but then we got empty homes. And the only reason somebody's not in those homes because somebody's greedy and just said, hey, I'm going to charge all this for this home, get them out of here. But then they end up burning themselves because of their own greed. And it's like we need a different mindset out here. We need a different mindset on how we doing things, because what's happening isn't working. People think, some people getting more money, some. Might get some more property and stuff, but what good is it if you got so much suffering around you? Because then pretty much at some point, the people who are making it, they're going to have to get to the point where they're going to have to put their money towards a bigger police force, private security, gated communities, because you'll have so many poor around here just because one people ain't thinking from some spirituality, or some concern for their fellow man to keep, the poor people from attacking them. Oh, and it will happen. And we just need it. We just need it. I mean, I want y'all to think about that, you know, because there's a, you know, you gotta, yeah, people just need to think about it. So anyway, right, that's all I got on that subject. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.